Have you ever heard the cliche that money listens to the way you talk about it? There is so much truth in this statement, and here's why. Words are a form of energy. Manifesting is the act of channeling our own energy in order to bring about a certain goal, dream, or desire. Therefore, if we are trying to manifest money, we must pay close attention to the ways in which we are channeling our energy, especially in the form of energy coming through our words. Every voice carries a certain frequency, and every time you project your voice out into the universe, whether you are speaking to someone else or even if you are speaking to yourself in the mirror, you are creating an aura of energy around you that is magnetizing you for the thing you are talking about, whether it is something you want or something you don't want. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to talk about abundance, wealth, money, things to say in order to make money fast in 2021, how to use your words and the energy behind your words to manifest money, to manifest abundance for yourself financially so that you can live the life you desire, experience the life you desire to experience. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. The reason word energy is so important when it comes to manifesting money is because of the ways we have been programmed by society to think and talk about money. It is the norm to joke that we are broke, that we have no money, that money only comes through hard work, that we work so hard and don't get paid enough. These are all statements that we and those around us tend to make all the time. Sometimes, when we talk about money in this way, it may not even reflect how we feel about money or how we think we feel about it. Sometimes we say these things simply to make other people feel more comfortable or even as a joke. But what you have to understand when it comes to the energy of our words is that the universe doesn't recognize a joke. It doesn't recognize the intention behind our words. Particular words carry particular energetic frequencies, regardless of your intention behind them. So for example, if you say, I'm poor, I'm poor, I'm poor, day in and day out, you repeat that statement and you say it as a joke. Your conscious mind may recognize it as a joke, but because you are repeating it over and over, day in and day out, it becomes a part of what we could call your thought environment. There is the physical environment, and then there is the energetic environment. Both have an impact on our vibration and what we manifest in our lives. An example of being affected by your physical environment would be putting up quote boards or affirmations or vision boards on the wall. Over time, because your conscious mind gets accustomed to the presence of these things in your physical environment, it will begin to ignore them. And any time the conscious mind drops its guard, lets down its walls by ignoring or forgetting about something, just accepting its existence naturally without thinking about it, that thing is now capable of making an impression on the subconscious mind. This is why there is that old statement about how the first time man comes into contact with crime, he abhors it, he hates it. The second time he comes into contact with it, he is accepting it. And then the third time, he is participating in it. And again, this isn't as simple as the first, second, and third literal time. This is just to say that the more and more you come into contact with something in your environment, the more and more your conscious mind gets so used to it that it drops its guard. And the more and more that thing, whatever it is now able to make a deep, lasting impression on your subconscious mind. Usually this happens over time. So like I said, there is the energetic environment and the physical environment. The influence of the physical environment on the subconscious is easy to understand. Like I said, it is the times we hear about someone associating with crime until they start participating in it. On the flip side, it is in the positive way when we put up a vision board or a quote on the wall and it slowly begins to impact us in very deep level positive ways. But what about this energetic environment, this environment of energy, thought, and vibration? We have a thought environment just like we have a physical environment. Through the words we speak, the actions we take, the thoughts we think, the things we imagine consciously, we surround ourselves with these things energetically within our own mind. These become part of our conscious thought environment. However, if we continue to repeat these words, these visualizations, even if they are on the conscious level, if we repeat them so much that our conscious mind begins to accept them, become accustomed to them, just like that quote board, just like that vision board on the wall, then over long periods of time, they can sink into the subconscious mind and completely program us in that way, in sometimes very negative ways. So again, this can happen to us almost by accident. We can repeat something so many times that we make it such a dominant part of our thought, our energetic environment, that although it may be initially only working on the conscious mind and not really leaving an impression on us, over time it can sink into the subconscious and deeply program us in ways that affect what manifests in our lives. So for example, in the case of money, if we joke consistently about being poor, being broke, not having enough money, working so hard for money, even if we say many of these things as a joke and we don't consciously believe them, by repeating these negative thoughts about money, we create a negative thought, energetic environment around ourselves about money that can begin to influence us on a deep level. So how do we undo this programming? In many ways, this is why I've heard other spiritual teachers say, we say that we spell words because words are like metaphorical spells. They are like spells in the sense that they can bind us to certain patterns, to certain negative beliefs, and ultimately to certain negative outcomes. So if you aren't manifesting the money you desire, there's a very good chance that either through the ways you were programmed from when you were younger, from your parents, teachers, or peers, or even through the ways that you joked about money or finances or career, the way you spoke about it casually to others, even if it wasn't affecting you initially, those thoughts that you shared through your word energy have begun to slowly impact your subconscious mind over time. The way to undo this programming, to break these so-called spells, these poverty spells that we put on ourselves through our negative speech about money, is to begin to shift our speech, our conversation around money. And this is going to feel very awkward at first for most of us, because again, it's very unacceptable often within our family dynamics, our friend group, even society itself, to speak positively about money, about our finances, about our wealth. And it's even less acceptable to do this when the physical evidence isn't showing the truth of those words. So at first, speaking positively about money, you may feel as though you are lying to yourself and others, to talk about yourself as though you are abundant, as though you are succeeding, making it in life, carving out a way for yourself. that is going to feel strange to you if you aren't seeing the evidence of it yet, and if the people around you aren't seeing the evidence yet. But regardless of how awkward it feels to you at first, beginning to speak in this positive way about wealth, finances, and abundance in your life is so key. Because just like when we shift our energetic environment in a negative way through talking or joking negatively about money, and then it can affect us over time, the same is true on the other side of the equation. When we begin to talk positively about money, even if it may not be reflected in our concrete reality, these positive thoughts become a part of our thought environment and then can affect us in the same positive, subconscious ways as they did in the negative. Another tool for reprogramming our thought, energetic environment, and our subconscious mind about money. As I said before, it typically takes a very long time for things we do on the conscious level to sink into the subconscious. It is possible, and it does happen with repetition, again, because the conscious mind must begin to ignore whatever we're doing. To accept it is so normalized that it doesn't actively think about it and therefore can't reject it. It lets down its guard. And at this point, we are able to make those impressions on the subconscious mind, which is so important because it's the subconscious that controls 95% of our thoughts, actions, and outcomes in life. But there is a way to fast track this process, and that is by incorporating subliminals into our daily meditation routine. This is because subliminals are, by nature, designed to bypass that filter of the conscious mind instantaneously rather than over time. And they do this because they contain positive affirmations, but those affirmations are embedded within binaural beat frequencies and background meditation sounds so that your conscious mind can't hear them, but the subconscious can hear everything. Even things at a very low volume, at a very high volume, it takes in much more information than the conscious. So this is a very powerful tool because using subliminals, we can impress these positive affirmations deeply on the subconscious mind, immediately getting past the filter of the conscious. I have created a subliminal designed specifically for magnetizing your energy for money. This works by clearing away any energetic blockages related to money you may be storing within any of the 7 chakras, the 7 main energetic centers of the body. This subliminal is available in 4 different background meditation sounds: music, rain, ocean waves, and white noise. And you can try it out completely free for 7 days when you create a trial account on my website, Sound and Soulful. And I do want to say thank you to all of you who are already members on my site. Thank you for sharing all your positive experiences using subliminals with me. And I am so excited to continue growing this community both here on YouTube and through my membership site with you all. So again, that subliminal will be in the pinned comment and the description box. By using this two-sided approach, both shifting our conscious words around money, our conscious speech, and shifting it on the subconscious level through some subconscious mind reprogramming tools such as subliminals, we are now able to harness 100% of our mind, our energy, both the conscious and the subconscious, to creating around us a brand new abundance mentality, a wealth mentality. I just want to close this video by saying when you begin to do this, expect to experience radical shifts even within just a few days. So often we don't even realize how much we are holding ourselves back when it comes to receiving abundance just through the negative words we are speaking to ourselves and others related to finances, to career, to abundance. However, I will also say that this does take a lot of self-control and courage, true courage, Because when you begin to speak positively about yourself, about your abundance, the abundance you are creating in your life, people may look at you at first like you're crazy or weird, because in our society, it's not normalized to talk about realities we are creating. Everyone wants to talk about realities that have already been created. But if you're listening to this video, I have a feeling that you are a game changer for this planet, for your society, for your community, for your family. You are here on this earth not to follow the pattern, the way things have been, but to create brand new realities for yourself within this world. So if I resonated with you, please subscribe to this channel, join our community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll talk to you again in the next podcast.